All right, so in the first step of, and this is actually part of our series, if you're just catching us right now, this is actually part of our series. And the first step, we're going to be doing this each step, literally step by step by step by step by step. The first step that you want to go ahead and do, and it's all about creating momentum right now, is downloading and setting up your CCA-F exam study guide. This is actually the first step. And in order to do that, you basically got to come over here, and then you'll realize something. On the actual registration page, before you even finish your first lesson or your first module, you can just go ahead and just download the exam here. At any given time, if you guys are feeling lost, overwhelmed, or you don't know what to do, I'm going to try to make it so simple and straightforward that a golden retriever can go ahead and do it, because the resources that exist on this very simple, straightforward topic is absolutely horrendous. You guys can go ahead and connect with me here on LinkedIn or on the YouTube profile channel, what.bad.economy. Click under more links. All of the resources referenced are going to be here for the most part. And then you guys can always hit me up on LinkedIn if you guys need anything. I'm very, very, very active on LinkedIn. So if you hit me up on LinkedIn, most likely be able to go ahead and get back to you. The reason why you want to start off with the exam guide first is, I'm going to tell you guys exactly why. The exam guide is exactly as it is referenced. It is a 40-page document that's going to tell you exactly what is on the exam, what you can expect on the exam, all the way down to the sample questions. As you can see here, this is like, what is the question? What are the answers? What's the correct answer? And a little explainer about why A is the correct answer, and then why option like B, C, and D are the wrong answers. It's going to offer you all of that. The first thing you need in order to pass is the exam guide. I'm going to tell you what most people do that gets them into trouble. And I'm going to reiterate multiple points throughout this entire video series, because I know a lot of people still get it wrong. The first thing they do is they go to the Claude Partner Network. And if you're not a part of our Claude Partner Network, well, if you want to be a part of our Claude Partner Network, contact me on LinkedIn. But they either go directly to, they go directly here, and then they go to Introduction to Agent Skills, Build API, MCP, and they're like, well, like, it's laid out in this order. It's laid out in this order, but you don't need to do it in this order. And for a lot of people that don't even have a technical background, this is not the best order for you to go to. So what ends up happening that keeps people stuck? And ultimately, I want y'all to win. I want y'all to make the most amount of money, because there's so many people making more money than you that's so undeserving. You deserve to make the most amount of money possible. And this certification is going to help expedite that process, right? They go and they take all of the curriculum, and this is the trouble that people run into that they don't even realize. And I have all of my certificates, as you can basically see, I passed. They take a look at what are the skills, and then they watch all these videos, and then they hear this person here, and they're going through all the skills. Notice the first section doesn't have any quizzes at all. It doesn't have any quizzes at all. So they're getting through that, and they're hitting all the check boxes, and it's like, boom, okay, perfect. You have now completed watching 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 videos. And then if you go to view certificate, you basically have the certificate right here. I'm Gucci, right? No, it's wrong. Nobody's actually feeling confident about them knowing how to deploy agent skills, because you don't know how it's going to prepare on the exam. Even the people that actually have built with agent skills before or are deploying agent skills right now, they're also failing the exam, because, again, they don't know how it's going to appear on the exam. The exam is a multiple choice question test. 60 questions, 66 questions, 120 minutes. So you get 2 hours, about basically an hour to do 30-some questions, right? They're going through the API course, and then they're watching all of this information, and then they get to the and sometimes they watch the information 1 time, 2 times. There's only 2 outcomes with this. Number one is it makes sense for you, and you're jetting through it, and you go to the quiz, and I see people fail because they don't understand how you understand something contextually versus how it's coming up in the quiz, two very different animals. Number two, you have no context of this information. You're going through the quiz, you're also failing because you just don't understand. It's not a good order. The first thing you need to go ahead and do first is you need to know what competition that you're preparing for in order to set yourself up for that competition. Like, you need an overview of it, right? So do yourself a favor, pretty please with sugar on top. I'm here to help you make yourself more money. Download the exam study guide first. Once you've downloaded the exam study guide, now we can go ahead and organize that study guide in either a Notion or a Google Doc that's going to help make this entire process, especially if you're watching my channel, you're not coming from a technical background. We want to make this process as inspiring as possible if we can, but we definitely want to go ahead and remove the intimidation factor, you feeling overwhelmed and you feeling like you're going to get crushed by this. You need to feel like you have some degree of control in order, and you need to believe that you can do it in order for you to go through with this process from the very start to the very finish. So first things first, download the exam guide. And from there, we are going to reorganize the exam guide. I'm going to show you how I did it. And you're more than welcome to go ahead and borrow mine. But that's not going to do you a whole lot of good if you don't know how it's set up. But I also encourage people, your brain probably works a little bit differently than my brain. I'm going to show you how I set up mine. And this is how you should go ahead and possibly set up yours. But in the next video, subscribe to this series if you guys have not already. We're going to talk about how to organize the study guide. One more quick tip. Your job when you become certified, more or less every tech job right now is going to have some degree of AI training component. This is how you're going to help people upskill. Your future income is largely going to be dependent on how quickly you can help an entire team go from them not doing it, them not knowing anything about AI or anything about Claude, to them becoming power users. The faster you can expedite that cycle, that loop, the more zeros you're going to be printing. And that's what I want for you. So in the next section is, let's talk about how we can go out there and organize it, because one of the big things that we're going to be emphasizing this entire series is going to be, I'm training you how to become a trainer. That is the biggest money-making opportunity. I can't do all this myself. That's actually why I need you guys in my Claude network. I'm not looking to try to do all this myself either. Your job too is not building. It's going to be training. And I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about that very quickly.